Today, I would like to share my life lesson with you by telling you exactly what happened, telling you the steps and everything I've been through growing up, and about where I came from and where I was raised and who I was raised by. And I guess you could say where I'm heading is this is a life changing experience, a life changing episode in my life. I was traumatized, I guess, not like fatally, but it really is something that touched me a lot. And if I think back about it in the past, it's upsetting. But I was growing up with a single mother basically, and my family got divorced at a very young age. And I used to visit my dad like once a week and every Saturday, and he would just stop coming, or he would just stop trying to reach me. And eventually, my mom found this man named Warren, and he's been living with us for years, as far as I can remember, like over a decade, probably 14, 15 years, majority of my life, you could say. You could say he's been with us forever. And when he first came in, I liked him a lot, but like I didn't know how to like take it in because it's not my real father, and it was just someone like new just walking into your life, and it's just hard. Although he made my mom happy, he definitely made my mom happy. I could see the smiles on her face every day, how she was and how appreciative she was to have someone like that. But it was just hard for me to look at. I look at that like how she looked at him. Plus, it's like different because she actually fell in love with him, and like he was like the new father figure for me. So I didn't know how to take it in. Plus, I was really young. So like when you're young, your mind's like not fully developed, and you don't know a lot. You're like immature still, and just pretty much this man Warren Martin just been like my father figure forever, and we used to do everything together. He would take me on like journeys. We would sneak out of my house like remember I was saying I was really young. We'd sneak out of my house when my mom went to bed, and like I lived in Seaside Park my whole life for 16 years. And like we would just leave the house at like midnight when mom was sleeping. We would go run around, like play manhunt and tag. Me and him, even if my like we were hanging out with my friends, he was like that guy that was always down to come hang out and be like the family man. But back to my story, we would like go on the boardwalk and we would just go explore and have a good time. There was this thing called the catwalk under the pier in Seaside Heights, which was very cool. He used to always be like Daredevil and go out and like just impress us, and like it would just make me happy to see because like it was just something so cool, and I could never see myself doing that. So I was always scared. Plus it was pitch black, and like he just did these awesome things, and we would always go fishing together and just everything you could imagine. He was that guy. Like he was down to do everything with you, with me, and he's just always been there for me. He's loved me. He's always taken care of me, kept me under his arm. And one day, my mom and I found out that he had cancer, started getting cancer, and liver cancer. I guess it was as he was drinking a lot. I really didn't know because I didn't ask my mom. I didn't want to get too into it, but we knew he was gonna die, and like just where like point of the story is like looking back at it now, it's like it's really heartbroken and it makes me upset to say because I've never once told him I loved him, but definitely deep down in my heart, I definitely love him. And my life lesson is that don't take things for granted because I had a great guy in my life, and I used to look at him as like a nobody. Not like really a nobody, but I just was confused. I was puzzled. I really didn't know what to do with myself. I knew it made my mom happy that he was there, but now that I look back at him, he's gone. It's just like after all those years he's been with me and my mom and in our family, and how good he's been to all of us, it's just like I regret it. Like I don't know. I love him. I know him. He knows I love him. It's just hard. It definitely is hard, and just don't take things for granted, man, because it's terrible, and it's really upsetting how things can change and times change and what happens for the best of us. And I don't know. I love him. I wish I could go back and tell him that, but I know he knows. God bless him, and it's hard. Never take things for granted.